It's a common enough question that I hear from adult children. They wonder, if my parent dies having more in debt than they had in savings, am I, as the adult child, responsible to pay off the debt that my parent had? I'm Patrick Cauley with Keystone Elder Law in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. I will tell you generally the answer is no. The adult child does not have to pay the debt of the parent. But there is a right way and a wrong way to handle debt in an estate. So the only way that an adult child is going to be responsible for debt of the parent is if the adult child co-signed a loan or perhaps inherits a real estate, we'll say a house, with a mortgage on it. So of course you're taking on that debt. But assuming that's not the case, what's really important is to know the order in which money comes out of an estate. And payments, inheritance money to children is not going to happen until all the debts are paid off, and the debts have to be paid in a certain order. So what we see most commonly, which is a major mistake, is a child is an executor of a parent's estate. They start paying credit card bills, or worse, they start making distributions to themselves and their siblings as beneficiaries of the estate before all the debt is paid off. That gets you into some trouble where a court is issuing an order to claw back that money or maybe go after the executor personally for the money. So there's an order to things. The IRS gets paid for back taxes. You may or may not know that your parent didn't pay taxes for a while. That would be the first thing that has to get paid, is any back taxes to the IRS. Funeral costs are going to come next. They get paid before you go on to things like state and local taxes that were not paid. That would come after the funeral costs. And at the end of the priority list, and there's a number of them along the way, but the end of the line is credit card debt. So the lower priority debts like credit card bills do not get paid if the estate is wiped out by back taxes to the IRS, which is a higher priority. You go in order, and if there's money left over, then the credit card companies will be paid, and then anything left after that will be distributed to the children and beneficiaries as an inheritance. So if all the money is wiped out by the first priority debt, then the answer for the adult child is no, you don't have to get out your checkbook and pay other debts for your parent, but you're also not getting an inheritance either. But going through in that order and avoiding a situation where now there are people going to a judge and saying, we have to get paid, we're going personally after that executor or the children who now have the money that should have come to us, you want to avoid that. So if you have questions about this, if you think you might be in this circumstance, please get in touch with us. KeystoneElderLaw.com, 717-697-3223. We'd be happy to guide you from the beginning to avoid getting into an error of not knowing the order of things when settling an estate.